Yeah, but one thing I kind of wanted to add is like during my Hitori Sampo, my greatest discovery was Jiro Ramen. Right behind Toho Cinema, I was walking this one night and I saw people lined up, which is pretty common in Japan, lining up for ramen places, right?
Oh, yeah.
But this was like some ghetto-looking place, man. It was like a yellow place, yellow kanban. That just says Ramen Jiro. It's some like basic font. So I was like, what is this? Like, it's pretty uncommon for a ramen place inside of Shinjuku to be this ghetto. So I'm like, I gotta check it. I looked inside. All the ramen bowls were like this tall. So I was like, okay, what is this? It's some kind of like food fighter spot. And I'm like, immediately, I never lined up. But that night, first time I lined up for ramen. Lined up. All dudes too, no girls.
Just men.
Just men. It's daigakse, salariman, hosto, or some chimpira dudes, and me just lined up.
Very specific.
Yeah. And I walked inside, and I just got the regular ramen. And while I was sitting down, you know, I saw people like ordering. They had this, I guess like this code, they say, like mashi mashi or something. But I was new to Japan, so I didn't know. And I felt illiterate, man. I was like, I don't even know how to order this thing. I got my regular bowl of ramen, but it's still a lot. And I went back. It was so good. I went back to the club and I told the guys, I'm like, yo, man, I found this place called Ramen Jiro. It's good. And everybody's like, oh, Jiro, man, I know. I'm like, okay. Pretty anticlimactic. ダックすごいね、外人なのにジローとか好きで。Like, it was my first time. So I would ask him, well, how do they order? Because I only saw the vending machine. And while they get past the shoken, the ticket, they were like saying something else. So I would ask them. And my boys will tell me, それね, you have to say mashi mashi. Mashi mashi is like a big volume of everything. So they
Yamamori type thing, right?
It's more than Yamamori. It's mashi mashi. And if you want it more thick or more saltier, shoyu saltier, like more sauce in the soup, then you say karame. Karame usually means more spicy, right?
Right.
But at Jiro, it means more soy sauce or the ramen sauce. So it becomes more salty.
Right.
Karame and seabura, which is fat. They put fat on top of that too.
They put it on top of the moyashi?
On top of moyashi. Or you can have it on the side too. So how you order it is ninniku, and they also, one other thing, they ask you if you want ninniku in, garlic. Right. Chopped garlic. So I was like, okay. So they will tell me, you have to tell them ninniku, abura, yasai, daburu, or mashi mashi, or karame. You have to say it in like 2 seconds.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, were they? Because I'm sure they were doing things rushed because they have a line.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like that Seinfeld episode with that soup Nazi.
Yeah.
Where it's like you got to get the order that they're cool with, or else you're done. He's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. And everybody. And again, it's like I was gaijin, so I was like yasai ninniku daburu, seabura karame. First time I wasn't that fluent, but you know other people was sitting down like mashi mashi de daburu was super fluent. So I was like it took me some time to get used to that, but you know now I'm pretty okay with that.
You're a pro. You're a Jiro Ramen pro.
Yeah, they moved. Used to be right behind Toho Cinema, but I think maybe because they're building the Kabukicho Tower.
Oh, they made a move?
Yeah, I think maybe it got expensive, or you know they didn't renew the lease or something, so they moved.
You said it was a small place?
It is a small place, and I think they moved to the next block, well, not a block, but next alley. It's like a 10-second walk.
Right.
So, but.
Did you say the first time you went? I think I remember, or maybe it might have been a different place. That like you you know, what people were eating and you were like mad salivating. You're like, oh, I can't wait. And then when you got yours, it was different.
Yeah. Because
Was that Jiro ramen?
Yeah, that was Jiro.
What happened?
The difference was like I didn't know how to order. I just got a regular ramen. Everybody else got mashi mashi. Yasai ninniku daburu seabura karame. So they all altered their ramen.
Damn,
Like it was the basic.
Basic. You got that basic ramen, dude.
Exactly. That's why I went to my boys and like asked my snitched them. I'm like, hey, you know what happened to my ramen? Did they know I was a gaijin? That's why I got a small portion of it. Nah, Takuchigaja. You have to order differently.
They thought they singled you out, dude. You're like, man, why didn't my Asian camouflage work this time?
Exactly.
I got the gaijin bowl.
That's why I would practice that and train alone.
Right. Oh man, so when you got the real deal, you must have been like, nah. Oh yeah,
After a while, I didn't care. I was just like mashi mashi de. This is easier to say. It's just a mashi mashi de.
Do they just count that counts everything?
Yeah.
Garlic, vegetables,
everything,
moyashi.
just over the top. Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting so hungry talking about this, dude.
But you don't even eat it anymore, so.
Well, I don't eat pork anymore now.
Yeah, you missed out.
I mean, I couldn't get tonkotsu anymore.
But you would have loved it back in the day.
Oh, I bet. Oh, you know what, dude?
Right.
Like, we were talking about Jiro, and I'm like, I don't know if I've ever gone there, right? And again, I would always go to Hakata Tenjin when I was in Shinjuku to eat ramen. And there's a bunch of other ramen places,
Right.
but I would go to that one. But I was looking it up to see if I had gone, and I looked at it, and seeing that, you know, the sign, the awning, I'm like, man, that looks like any other place anywhere in Tokyo. Like you said, it had like really basic font.
Yeah.
And it's yellow, and like there's like a bunch that would look like that. And the other thing with me is my kanji knowledge wasn't even anywhere close to yours when I was in Japan. You know, because like I learned a lot more once I got there. So I mean, like a lot of billboards, I can read a third of the billboard. So I'm not remembering a place because I'm like, what is that? Okay, I have no idea what that place is called. So that made a difference for me. But I was reading. And apparently it became like a huge thing, like a real cult, like
Jiro?
Like
Yeah.
Jiro is like, huge, and they
Back
have
then,
like
no.
different.
Now, yes.
Right. So back then it was like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Then you don't.
Right. But now it seems like it's super popular, and they have like different locations. And then I was reading about it, and it said like reviewers like talk some shit about it because they say that it has really high caloric content
Yeah.
because of all the fat they add and stuff, and it says it has like minimal nutritional value. So like they're just talking, dude.
That's Jiro style, though.
Right.
You eat that for a week straight, heart attack.
Oh, you're done. You're done, dude.
Piece it. But yeah, you mentioned about a lot of Jiros these days. Like, those are not original Jiros. Jiro is Jiro. They have like Jiro-Kei.
Jiro style.
Jiro style. And Jiro inspire Kei. So on top of Jiro style, they add their own flavor.
Right.
So, oh my God,
So it's
super.
I'm getting super hungry talking about this.
So, to people who likes Jiro style ramen, in Japan they call it Jiro-Rian. Jiro-Rian. So
Right,
Jiro-Rian. So
Part of a club.
yeah, me.
Nice. Also, the other thing, even though I don't eat tonkotsu now, that move of putting the abura on top of the moyashi, that's spectacular, dude. Because
it's good.
moyashi, I was always like, man, this is dry as hell. It's great for you, but I was always like, man, this is super dry, and they pile it over, and like getting it into the broth is super hard. You'd have to eat the noodles first.
Jiro moyashis are pretty wet.
Yeah, see,
And on top of that, then abura. You know what I would do? I would get extra abura on a bowl, and get the karame sauce. and put sauce inside of the abura and get a spoon and just eat that.
No, you didn't, dude.
I did.
What?
I did.
What did people look at you like?
It's like, Jiro-Rian. こいつ分かってる外人なのに。
So that wasn't some gaijin. I'm gonna eat the
no,
baby
no,
show, that type of
it's
stuff?
Jiro-Rian stuff. Jiro-Rian stuff.
It's the heart attack club, dude.
Yeah. It's not the place, you know. I mean, they have girls, but that the ratio is like 1 to 50.
50.
Yeah.
Boom, nailed it, dude.
It's kind of like that. But I guess now, because of social media, Jiro style ramen and Jiro ramen is, I think that's like the most popular ramen right now.
Daininki.
I think not one of the most popular ramens, but maybe the most popular style ramen right now in Japan.
So now if you say you like Jiro ramen, you're just like a poser.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, how'd you find out, Jiro?
Yeah.
I'm the gatekeeper.
Right. いつからジロリアンになったの？
それ SNS で見たでしょ？もう fake.
アウト。
アウト。
Totally.